Jim is the example of unconditional love because no matter what, all he wants is for Pam to feel loved, to feel happy.
The youngest VP in company history.
More recently, he worked in a bowling alley. Tell one of your funny bowling alley stories.
The reason why I picked this episode is because it exemplifies all of the bad dating stereotypes that everybody has done at some point in their lives. Now, if Ryan was living in today's time in 2021 on this show, you know he would be trying to be like alpha males, studying all of that shit. He believes in order for somebody to like him, he has to show off. He has to come off high value. We know it's not as cut and dry as that. So for him to be showing off and then for him to very, very quickly get the rug tugged out from under him by one of his colleagues for being not who he really says he is just makes his entire fake reality crumble. What Ryan and most people fail to realize, especially men, is it's not about your success that people are attracted to. It is your sense of purpose. Now, that being said, your success, your achievements, your money, all could be good signs of somebody that is a purposeful person, but at the same time, it could also not be. There could be somebody that could have just walked into money, walked into certain achievements without working very hard towards them. There could be people that work very hard towards things, but don't have a true sense of purpose on the inside. In other words, are doing it merely just so people can validate him. In a nutshell, what purpose means is the fulfilled feeling you get from bringing value to the world in some way, in whatever way is most fulfilling for you personally. So in one way, maybe, I don't know, like starting like a candy shop and having people relive their childhood fantasies by coming and getting their favorite candy when they were a kid. I don't know. It doesn't even matter what your sense of purpose is, as long as you feel you are being fulfilled by bringing value to the world in some way. Like I said, having money, achievements, and all of that type of stuff can be some crude signs that you are on your purpose. Doesn't mean you are, but again, people are not attracted to stuff. People can't be attracted to money. People can't be attracted to a number on your Instagram page, but people are attracted to the drive you have inside to bring value to the world, to change it for the better. That is inherently attractive in every individual. If Ryan knew that, then he would be proud of talking about his old job. He would be proud of talking about the struggles and the path and the journey that he's on in life. And that is what would be attractive to the woman that he's talking to. Remember, your accolades, your money, it's a crude barometer for your sense of purpose. It's better to talk about your sense of purpose rather than your achievements, because people can't be attracted to achievements. They're attracted to the purpose.
4 years ago, I was just a guy who had a crush on a girl who had a boyfriend. And I had to do the hardest thing that I've ever had to do, which was just to wait. Don't get me wrong, I flirted with her. Pam, I can now admit in front of friends and family that I do know how to make a photocopy. Didn't need your help that many times. And do you remember how long it took you to teach me how to drive stick?
Like a year.
I've been driving stick since high school, so yes. For a really long time, that's all I had. I just had little moments with a girl who saw me as a friend. And a lot of people told me I was crazy to wait this long for a date with a girl who I worked with. But I think even then I knew that I was waiting for my wife. So.
Now this is really sweet and nice, but this story, I don't advise. I don't advise waiting. Now I could react to this in another video if this video gets 100,000 views, but Jim didn't just wait. Jim made moves on Pam. He did multiple times. He did so while she was in another relationship. Now, once again, he was not just trying to do that from the get-go. He was being respectful about it. But when it came to a certain point where he saw that she was not happy in the relationship that she was in, he expressed his interest in her. He did not hide it the entire time and then wait for some magic moment. The story that he's talking about right now is making it seem like that, but that's not what he did. And this is the difference between what most people understand as the friend zone. The friend zone is when you do wait and hope and, oh, she's gonna be my wife one day. I was just waiting for my wife. And that sounds really nice to think of. But in reality, if you never express your attraction to the person, you're essentially lying to that person. You are withholding truth. Now that is the real rude person. That is the true nice guy. The person that is actually not nice at all. How would you like to be in a relationship with somebody under false pretenses? That is exactly what the nice guy, friend zone guy is always doing. I do not believe that is what Jim did, even though he's making the story sound that way. He put the moves on Pam and he tried and he asked her and it did not work out for a little while longer. Now, who knows what was going on in Pam's head? Personally, I think Pam always liked Jim. I think she always was attracted to him. I think she always wanted him, but I think she had some emotional issues that she had to work out on her own in order to accept that she actually wanted to be with him or that she could allow herself to be with him. I think she didn't believe that she deserved to be with somebody as great as Jim, and that's why it took so long for them to actually get together. What I'd really like to see is a famous couple that met online, like that met on Raya and then got into a relationship, because that to me would make it like just as real as everyone else's dating life, right? Like having to swipe, going through the texting, oh, is they gonna respond back? All of that stuff. That's what's interesting to me. And that's why I made a free online dating class that you can get in the link in the description that'll teach you the one change you need to make to your online dating approach that will only bring you dates that you are attracted to. And if you like that free class, guess what? I don't know why I do these things. You have an opportunity to get my full online dating course called Textual Healing at a discount after you watch the free class. I just updated it with a new section called Dating Perspectives, where I take single people from around Los Angeles and I have them literally start swiping on people's profiles and critiquing them, giving their feedback about what they like, what they don't like, why they would swipe, why they wouldn't swipe right on somebody's profile. It's super, super valuable. When I was single, I would have loved a resource that showed what is the other person thinking of my profile. And now you have that resource in the Textual Healing online dating course. Click the link in the description to get it. But let's watch the rest of this video and then you can watch it.
I was worried about the farm, you know? Mose hates to geld the horses by himself.
Dwight, shut up about the farm. It's not relatable. Nobody owns a farm.
Wait, you're worried about your horses? That's cool. Wait, how many horses do you have?
9 3/4.
See the thing. See, this is the difference between Dwight and Michael. Yes, Dwight is a piece of shit, but Dwight loves himself. He's proud of himself. His sense of purpose in what he does, it's out to the world. Michael, on the other hand, is like Ryan. He wants to come out and be Date Michael. And if you want to watch the Date Michael video analysis I did, which in my opinion was the best video I've ever done, you could click above and watch it now. In a lot of ways, what I teach is exactly how Dwight dates and exactly how Dwight gets into relationships. Aside from the fact that he's a complete piece of shit person, Dwight knows who he is. And he knows that as long as he's putting himself out there, the people that are gonna like him are going to find him. The people that don't like him, get out of the fucking way. I don't wanna talk to you. I wanna go for people that I'm interested in. And that sense of purpose that he has, and also that vibe where he goes, I don't give a shit what you think of me. I think what I do is dope. I think my life is cool. I like me, I do what I like, and if you don't like it, I don't give a fool, come along for the ride. Michael is the exact opposite. He's trying to put on this persona, put on outfits, act a completely different way with women that he's interested in hopes that people will be impressed. Now, that being said, every now and then, when Michael's not trying to do that, when he's not even thinking of trying to be Date Michael, is when he's at his most charming.
You have everything? Cell phone? Charger?
Yeah. So sure you don't want breakfast? It's the most important meal of the day.
It really is. I'm not hungry. I ate a whole bunch of sunflower seeds after you went to sleep. And besides, I wouldn't want to take you away from Pam on the morning of her wedding. She needs you, Isabel.
That's really sweet, Dwight. So I'll see you at the wedding.
You know it.
Okay.
Okay, get out of here.
Bye.
Okay?
Hey, good morning. It's about damn time. I haven't gone to the bathroom in a day and a half. Oh my God, Dwight! This room is a pit.
Really? Hadn't noticed. Too busy knocking boots.
See, once again, Dwight owns exactly who he is. He's not scared of saying I had a whole bag of sunflower seeds after you went asleep or whatever the fuck he said. The reason why she's so into him is because he creates this reality distortion field where everything that he's doing, he thinks is the best thing that he's doing. He's proud of it. He loves it. Now, once again, anything that has to do with being inauthentic or fake does not apply here. So, let's say for instance, you do feel anxious about something. Let's say for instance, you are insecure over here. Let's say for instance, you are a failure over here. You don't hide that stuff. You own that stuff just as much as you own everything else. That's what makes you interesting. That's what builds the charm. That's what makes you so attractive, because you have all of these colors, all of these nooks and crannies to your personality. That's what makes you human. If you just act like, yeah, everything's cool, I'm the best, whatever they fuck them, that's not attractive. You understanding what I'm trying to say here? It's when you are so authentic to who you are and you don't hide it. So if I'm insecure about my body, I tell people I'm insecure about my body, but I do it in a way where I'm comfortable with telling them that. If I'm anxious about something in my life, or if I'm a failure here, I'm comfortable with telling them that. Because once again, the people that will like me, they're gonna like everything about me. They're not gonna be picking here and here and here. Oh, where is he high value? No. People are much more complex than that. It's not the little things about you that are high value, that are accepted in society. It's that weird mixture of a ball of all the little things that you are that make you into something amazing. When you try to fuck with this thing, when you try to change it, when you try to put on like a cool jacket onto it, that's when it becomes gross. That's when the people that are looking for this interesting, unique, weird, fucked up ball can't notice you. And the people that want somebody with that jacket, once they take off the jacket, they go, oh no, it's this weird fucked up ball. I don't want that. I don't want you. So you're attracting the wrong people, which ultimately doesn't work out. And you're shunning away the people that are looking for you. Whoever that girl, what is it, Pam's cousin or something like that? I know it sounds crazy, but she was looking for Dwight. She may not have even known it yet. So if you keep playing the game of how to become higher value, how do I come off high value to people? Well, guess what? You're only gonna find people that are also trying to play that game. And you're also only gonna be attracting people with those rules in mind. If you go out to the world and say, I'm playing the attractiveness game where I just wanna be a high value alpha, whatever. What is socially acceptable? Whatever the world wants me to be attractive as, that's how I want to be attractive to the world. If you go out to the world like that, where you're only gonna bring in people that way, they're gonna go, oh, this is what he wants us to see. This is how he wants us to judge him. I'm happy to judge him on those things. Now let's see, what are you missing here? Oh, you're good here. Rather than saying, I am going to date people, I'm gonna start relationships based on my own qualifications, based on my own rules, based on my own values. Once again, values over vanity. Now, before we go forward, what's about to happen is gonna be really interesting. Michael is going to be blown away that Dwight is not into her, right? Why? Because Michael is only judging this woman based on society standards. He doesn't care if he's attracted to her or not. He doesn't care if it matches his values. He doesn't care if they have actual real chemistry. He doesn't care if she has the type of sense of humor that he has. He doesn't care if Dwight is actually attracted to her for the reasons that Dwight is attracted to women, not because of how the world wants you to be attracted to women. Michael is playing society's game, while Dwight, he's playing his own game.
Hello, stranger. How do I look?
Oh, fine. Isabel, nice to see you. What do you want?
He shakes her hand.
Nothing. Anymore.
So, tell me again the difference between...
Now, the thing that Dwight did wrong here, and most guys that are like real young and they go, well, yeah, he totally just turned around. He fucking threw shade at her. Dwight's the man, motherfucker. This shit never ends up good. Anytime you act differently after you have sex with somebody, I'm telling you, it is never going to work out nicely. You might at the moment feel like the man for going, oh yeah, I showed her that she. What a truly confident person does is they express their intentions with the person up front before they have sex. If at the very, very least, right after you have sex. But don't do something with somebody and then turn around. And I'll tell you why. Dating practices, basically anywhere in the world, is if you get intimate with somebody, it is expected, it is presumed, that means you want to go forward with a relationship with the person. Don't argue with me. It's not, I didn't make these fucking rules. This is the rules of the world. So if you get intimate with somebody and you don't express your intentions with where you think this should go, and you have sex with that person, it is expected that means you want to possibly get into a relationship with this person. Don't fucking argue with me. If you don't say anything and then you do what Dwight just did, that person is allowed to get upset. Let's say, for instance, Dwight went to their room, and Dwight would do this, by the way. This is not something outside of Dwight's reality and personality. Once they're about to get intimate, express what his intentions are. Listen, I'm not looking for a relationship from this. I just want to have fun. If you're happy with doing that too, I'm happy to go forward. Let me know if you're not cool with that, and that's okay. Now, you can say that in whatever way you want, as long as you get the message across.
Hey, he's not sitting with me either. Where are you sitting? You need a seat, buddy?
I'm standing. I'm a bridesmaid.
Oh, I wish I was a bridesmaid. Where am I gonna go?
Because what Michael's trying to do right there, he's trying to get her to like him. Dwight doesn't give a shit about people liking him. He cares about starting relationships with people that share his values that he's attracted to. But Michael wants that woman to be attracted to him. And so she's feeling that from him, like, ugh. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to have the pressure and the responsibility keeping you happy by being attracted to you and liking you.
You look just as I imagine you. Pam, you're so pretty.
Thank you.
And who cares? It's a stupid veil, right?
No, this is the one thing I was supposed to be able to control was this veil.
There. Now we're even.
Jim is the example of unconditional love, because no matter what, all he wants is for Pam to feel loved, to feel happy, because he loves her so much. There's nothing that Pam could do where Jim could get upset. When two people are like this in a relationship, this makes for the best relationship. When both people are trying to serve the other person, they're both receiving in the end.
Hey, hi. Would you have a snack in your purse? You're a mom, I just figured you might have.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, apricot. Do you have any of the Very Berry or Ocean Splash or?
No.
Oh. Okay. Were you saving it?
Oh, no, that's okay. I've had a very rough weekend.
No. I'm sorry. Apricot made of real apes.
But see, you know, I love this little fling between Michael and Pam's mom, because it actually makes sense the way that Michael's interacting with her and why she gets attracted.
I came here hoping to meet somebody. You know, as you do at weddings. End up going to sleep by the vending machine. It was loud but it was warm.
Oh, that sounds awful.
See, the thing is, this is not date Michael right now. He's not, hey, how you doing? He's just being real with her. He's being vulnerable with her. He's being his true self with her, because he's not even considering her as any romantic partner. And because of that, she's feeling his authenticity. She's not going, phew, he's a high value male for me. No, she's just feeling Michael being Michael. Listen, he's the weird fucked up ball of who he is. But that is much, much, much better than acting a certain way to attract people.
And the love of my life is dating somebody else. It is a terrible year for love.
Yeah, guess it is.
Thinking about having my sperm frozen.
See, look at how in alignment with himself he is. I mean, he's doing Dwight talk right now, just like saying weird shit and doing it so unabashedly. He's not trying to add a little flavor to it. He's not trying to like diminish what he's saying because, oh, I hope they like what I'm saying. I hope they don't judge me. See, this is the difference between doing things the way that the world wants you to do it, the way that you've been pressured to do it, versus saying, fuck it, I literally am going to do it only the way that I want to do it. What's in alignment with my values outside of keeping other people happy. And the reason why they're so happy right now at this wedding is because they did it their own way. Oh my God. See, she was attracted from Michael being Michael right there. I wanted to look at an episode where we could look at Jim and Pam's storybook relationship while at the same time seeing different weird examples, also good and bad, of relationships starting during this wedding. Now, Jim and Pam are obviously perfect because they have unconditional respect and love for each other. They're not in it for their egos. Jim's not going, oh, I want Pam because of what the world is gonna think. Jim loves Pam because of what he thinks. And that's when you could be truly happy in a relationship. And the same for Pam to Jim. But the one last thing that I wanna head home, because we already talked about being authentic, right? And not being fake. But let's talk about Jim's thing, because he had such a focus on Pam for so many years. This in a movie and a TV show is fine. Realistically, it is not healthy to do this. It is not efficient, effective to do this in building relationships, in finding the right person for you. He's putting all of his eggs in one basket on a chance that might not end up the way he wanted it to go. He was lucky. It did work out the way that he wanted to in the end. But in a real life situation, it very likely would have not worked out the way he wanted to. And that's why it's so important to not just focus on one person without actually dating them for years and years and not really seeing anybody else and kind of doing the Notebook thing that Ryan Gosling did, which he like waited for his true love while like dating somebody on the side that he wasn't really that into. That's the same thing that Jim did too. It's not good. In a real life situation, Jim should have been going and looking for other people that he found just as amazing as Pam. Doesn't mean he needed to like get rid of Pam and never talk to her again. He could still be friends with her and see where things progress. But at the same time, looking for other people, being purposeful about his relationship, being purposeful about his future. He wasn't doing that. The reason why this story is beautiful is because it's unlikely. It's unlikely that Jim and Pam would have ended up together. It's beautiful and we love watching it because we're watching that 1% chance where it actually did work out. I don't want you to be the type of person that does what Jim did. It's probably not gonna work out for you. The best way to go about it is to meet a lot of different people that you find amazing. And over time, you are going to hit the nail on the head with the right person. But if you just spend months or years hoping for that one person that you think is so amazing at this time, because likely in a few years, you might look back and go, ugh, why did I even like that person in the first place? Why did I waste those years focusing on them so much? It is bad for you 100% of the time to do that. It is good for you 100% of the time to keep your options open and keep looking for great people, bringing them in your life and trying out relationships with them. Once again, I'll do a part 3 on The Office if we get this to 100,000 views. Meanwhile, I have 3 fun things I want to talk to you about. Number 1, you can click the link in the description for the free online dating class. Number 2, I just started a new podcast where I go live twice a week on YouTube where we talk about relationships, social skills, confidence, happiness, and how to be be yourself in the process. With this podcast, it's super important that I get you guys involved. I really want to build a strong community with the Betas podcast. And that's why I bring subscribers up for a live Q&A. I'll put you guys on fake dates on Zoom live and then give you some pointers along the way to help you get ready for dates in real life. Click the link in the description. I stream 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I very well might be streaming right now. And number 3, I finally have a Reddit, everybody. This is the place where you could suggest new video ideas for me. I'm gonna be looking at it every day, all the time. And you don't just have to post video links of videos you want me to react to. You could also post memes, ideas for new series you want me to put out, anything like that.